We're always told that to do great work, you have to be slow, you have to be careful, you have to be deliberate. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the real secret to getting high-quality results is actually speed? So today, we're going to tear down a belief that a lot of us, well, we hold pretty dear. I mean, think about it. We're basically taught from day one that good things take time. You know the drill. Slow equals careful, fast equals sloppy. But is that really how it works when it comes to the stuff we do every single day? You could almost say there's this cult of slowness out there, where taking forever on something is like a badge of honor, right? A sign that you are super thorough. But what if that exact mindset is the one thing that's actually holding us back from doing our absolute best work? Okay, so this really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today. The whole argument here is that moving fast, it isn't a bug, it's a feature. It's this incredibly powerful asset that can lead to better outcomes, not worse ones. Okay, before you think I'm just telling you to rush through your to-do list like a maniac, let's just pump the brakes for a second. Because we really need to be clear about what moving fast even means. This isn't about being careless, and it's not just about hitting your deadlines a little sooner. So check this out, because this distinction is absolutely crucial. Moving fast is all about the pace of the work itself. Think high momentum, high energy. Finishing a project quickly, that's just about the deadline. You can totally finish quickly, but still have the whole process be full of these slow, painful, plodding steps. And this PhD example, oh man, it just nails the point. See, the student who knocks it out in 2 years, they're living and breathing that topic. They've got all this momentum. But the one who drags it out for 8 years, they lose that deep immersion, that spark. And you can bet the quality of the final thesis is going to show it. All right, so why? Why does speed, and remember, we're talking about high momentum work, why does it lead to better results? Well, it turns out there are 3 really big strategic advantages, and we're going to break them down right now. First up, it helps you avoid wasting a ton of effort. Second, it puts your learning on hyperdrive. And third, it stops your work from becoming totally obsolete. So yeah, let's dive into each one. Okay, reason number 1. This one is huge. When you work slow, you run the risk of pouring just a massive amount of time and energy into an idea before you even have a clue if it's the right idea. This right here is a perfect real-world example of that. I mean, can you imagine spending months building out this whole thing, perfecting every little detail, only to find out that nobody wants it? If you move faster, you get that feedback way earlier. You save all that wasted effort, and you can pivot to what people actually want. All right, so reason number 2 kind of builds on that last one, and it's this. Speed is basically the engine of learning. We tend to think of learning as this slow, careful academic thing, right? But out here in the real world, learning happens by doing. It's such a simple truth, but it's so powerful. Mistakes aren't failures. Nope. They're just data points. That's how we figure out what actually works. So it just makes sense, right? The faster you make those mistakes, the faster you collect that data, and the faster you learn. Working slowly just delays that whole critical feedback loop. And that brings us to reason number 3, relevance. Look, the world does not stand still. It just doesn't. And if you take forever to build something, the problem you were trying to solve, it might have totally changed, or maybe it's not even a problem anymore. Just think about it. Imagine a professor who, 20 years ago, spent 7 years perfecting their lecture notes. They poured so much of their life into it that now they just can't bring themselves to update them. It's too big of a project. So they just keep teaching with this old, aging material. But fast, iterative work, it does the opposite. It welcomes change. It stays fresh. It stays relevant. All right, now it's time for the ultimate test of this whole idea. Let's put this into a super high-stakes situation, one where your gut, your every instinct, would scream for slowness and deliberation above absolutely everything else. No, really, take a second and think about this. If your life was literally on the line, who are you picking to do the surgery? You've got 2 surgeons to choose from. You've got Surgeon A, they're slow, they're deliberate. They treat every single surgery like it's a unique masterpiece. And then you've got Surgeon B. This surgeon is fast. They do this exact same surgery day in and day out. So, who do you trust? The answer, when you really think about it, is crystal clear. You want Surgeon B every single time. And why is that? It's because their speed isn't carelessness. It is a direct byproduct of mastery. They're fast because they have seen everything, every complication, every variation. Their hands move with this insane efficiency and confidence that only comes from thousands of hours of doing the same thing over and over. So in this case, speed isn't the enemy of quality, it's the ultimate indicator of it. So what's the big takeaway from all of this? It's pretty simple. It's time for you to reevaluate your relationship with speed. Stop seeing it as the enemy of quality and start seeing it for what it is, maybe its most powerful ally. So, let's just do a quick recap of the power of speed, shall we? 1. It avoids waste, because it helps you find the right thing to build in the first place. 2. It accelerates your learning by making that feedback loop super tight. 3. It keeps your work relevant in a fast-changing world. And 4, and this is the big one, true speed, well, that's a sign of mastery, not of rushing.
But, and this is a really important but, let's end on a crucial point here. This is not a license to just go be reckless. Moving fast the right way means you're combining that awesome momentum with constant early feedback and reflection. It's not about rushing to hit publish. It's about accelerating that entire beautiful cycle of doing something, learning from it, and then improving it.
So I'm going to leave you with one final question to chew on. Where in your own life are you moving just a little too slowly? Think about that project, that new skill you want to learn, that big goal you have. What might happen if you just decided to pick up the pace?